Boo! Welcome back to another week of the Joker's Puppet Grave Tales. I hope you guys enjoy. Hello, welcome back everyone. Well, don't mind the makeup, don't mind the blood, it's exciting, isn't it? This is the second week of the Joker's Puppet Grave Tales, episode 2. I will be telling you guys stories about my Ouija board experiences. Ooh, creepy, huh? We're gonna start out, I think I was like in 9th grade, I wanna say. Let's just think. We were at a graveyard in the middle of the night. It was like, well, I won't say in the middle of the night, it was probably like 10, yeah, about 10 o'clock. We just thought, you know what, we was playing a Ouija board at my friend's house. I was like, okay, let's just go to the graveyard, I guess, the cemetery. So we moseyed on down to the cemetery, played the Ouija board. At first, honestly, nothing happened. Like, we were just sitting there like, okay, this was a waste of our damn time, but whatever. And then literally, when we were sitting there, the pointer on the Ouija board just like said, like it like moved real fast and came back. It was weird. I was like, you guys seen that, right? And they were like, no, not really. I was like, we should play. So we ended up playing the Ouija board. We talked for a little bit. It was like a couple of yes and no answers. I know, I'm trying to remember back that far, but I know we asked who it was, and it didn't move. And I was like, are you someone in the graveyard? And it said, yes. And I was like, okay, awesome. Everybody else was scared. I was stoked. I was excited. And I was like, you seem angry. Because the way it was moving, it was like, shoo, shoo. It was weird. It was crazy. And I was like, are you angry? And it shot to yes real fast. And I was like, okay, are we bothering you? And it said, no. And I said, well, are you lost? And it said, no. I was like, well, what are you angry for? And it didn't move. And I was like, okay. I was like, was your death bad? And it said, it shot to yes. Like, it just shot to it. And I was like, whoa, that's creepy. Okay. Yeah. So we're sitting there and we're like, okay, that's what we all just let go of the pointer. We just sat there like, what do we do? We didn't want to touch it. Like, we was kind of scared. And all of a sudden, like, my friend, she was sitting there. She was terrified out of her fucking mind. And all of a sudden, you see her hair just go up. And she just freaking lost it. She took off running. And my friend, he took off running also. And I'm like, wait. So I'm grabbing everything. And I'm like, don't leave me here. So we just took off after that. And all of a sudden, we got back home. She said she had weird experiences in her house. And she heard noises, she heard whispering. I didn't have any problems. I really didn't. He didn't either. He didn't say anything. He said he didn't notice it, but he's just saying, I was like, maybe it was like really attracted to you or something. Like something that about you attached itself to you. I don't know. But that was my Ouija board experience at a cemetery. Really cool. My next story, another Ouija board. It was like all the neighborhood girls before the cemetery. This was when I was in, I think, junior high school. I think so. It was all the neighborhood girls. We were in my cousin's house. Well, now my cousin-in-law's house. So we were in the house. All the girls were there. And we're just like, oh, okay. And we're just sitting there asking questions or whatever. And it was moving, asking yes or no. And my cousin, she was like, well, if you're here, you should show yourself. And we're just sitting, I'm looking around like, where's it coming from? Where's it at? And then all of a sudden we heard screaming and someone pointed, we were like, oh! And then we were like, what? And all of a sudden you see a face like coming into the mirror. And we stood there for a second. When we started seeing the eyes and the nose, like we just started seeing every detail of the person in the mirror. Honestly, we freaking darted out that motherfucker. Honestly, we just took off. The neighborhood boys, my cousin's ex-boyfriend, whatever, they were sitting there outside, and they were sitting on the bench right behind the house. So we come busting out, and all of them like, oh, they think something's going on. Like they about to they got their fists ready to fight. They about to run. God knows what they were about to do. And we're all like, oh my god, we're talking about the Ouija board. And they went in. Honestly, nothing happened after that. Like it was weird. But the next story I have, it has nothing to do with the Ouija board, but it's in that exact same house where we played the Ouija board at. Me and my cousin. So I'm not putting names in here. That's just me. Me and my other cousin, we're in the house. Like this is like years down the line. I want to say I was in 9th grade. I think so. And me and him were in this house. It was just me and him there. And this is the house that my cousin had her experiences in that house, where she would hear her name. She would hear tapping, knocking and stuff. But then they moved to California. And then my uncle and his family moved in. And we were in the same neighborhood. And me and him were just sitting there, just chilling, music playing, having a good time, doing shit. And all of a sudden you hear like this knocking sound. And we were like, I looked at him, I was like, what was that? He was like, oh no. So we heard it like down like through it was in the family room, there was the kitchen, then it was the dining room, and then if you look all the way far down, it's the family room, and then it was another bedroom. And we're just looking down there, and all of a sudden you hear footsteps just coming towards us. And I was like, you hear that, right? And he was like, yeah. So I don't know why he took his sock off and threw it in the kitchen. And then we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden you heard something like the footsteps going faster. Honestly, we didn't even wait to see what was going to happen. We went out that back door, ran to my aunt's house, and we stayed there. I think we told people, but I can't remember. But we just sat there like, hey people, like, yeah. They're like, where y'all come from? We came from his house. Yeah. It was crazy. Like, that was really crazy. If you like the stories, please give it a like. And if you like to stick around and see my little crazy look and listen to my awesome stories every Saturday, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But other than that, I will be back. Let's see, people.